Always a promising sign when there's a bit of light bursting through the edges of the blinds. This is looking a bit better. So 7 AM, just got woken up by a car racing past. I guess the spot that I'm in has got a nice little lookout point a bit further up the track, so I think a few people come down here and go for a walk in the morning. I think I'm going to have to do the same. I'm going to have to run down there and have a bit of a look. I've had about the last 4 days have been pissing down with rain, and it's been pretty challenging. If you've seen some of my other videos, you'll know what I'm talking about. So I'm up in the Blue Mountains outside Sydney. I'm actually out in the back of Wentworth Falls at the moment. Came up here because of the rain. I really wanted to come up and have a look at the waterfalls and things. They're always a bit more spectacular when there's a fair bit of rain around. So anyway, today we might actually be able to see some of the waterfalls because everything's been shrouded in clouds so far. I dare say the majority of the water's sort of settled down now because the rain's sort of slowed down a little bit over the last few days. My jeans got absolutely soaked yesterday walking down these bush tracks. It was raining for most of the day, and all the little shrubs and plants were completely covered in water. So basically from the knees down, I got absolutely soaked. I'm just holding these in front of the heater for a little bit, and then I'll quickly throw some clothes on. Alright, let's brave the weather. I'm going with no umbrella, so hopefully we make it without getting any rain coming in. Right, let's do it. So you can just see, it's around about here, you can just vaguely make out the other side of the valley. So it's still completely shrouded in cloud. I'll go down and have a look I think I'll go down. Bloody hell, look at the state of the track. It's like somebody's attempted to go down here in their four-wheel drive and turn it into a complete slush pile. I've not actually seen anybody drive up this, but I'd imagine this would be a bit of a challenge getting up this bit here. So even though I can't see much, this is actually really cool with very thick fog in the valley here. It's incredible. Again, you can just make out the top of the mountain on the other side over there. That's cleared up a little bit over that side now, so just while I've been walking over here, you can see the clouds moved. I'm going to, I can see it moving even as we stand here. I'm going to set the camera up for a bit and just take a bit of a time lapse, because I love this stuff. I love taking video of clouds moving around like this. The rocks are pretty special around here. All sandstone, very interesting shapes though. That's beautiful. I've been wanting to capture this for quite a while. I've been coming here a number of times over the last few weeks, and just hoping I'd have a day where there was enough cloud in the valley to get a good time lapse of it. But I think I was a few weeks too early. It's definitely putting on the show today. Here we go, hiding in the bushes. All right, grab some brekkie. Not overly warm, but there's a little bit of sun. This is my favourite spot to sit for breakfast. Certainly warmer than it has been for the last 5 days. And it's not raining, that's a bonus. Right, some morning chores done. Right, I'm going to jump in the shower. Just close things up again so I don't offend the public. That's a cool thing that I added onto the van. Right here I've got a discreet little button, which is a door lock button. So what I've done there, I've wired 2 wires down to the switch on the front door. So basically I can just lock it from the back. So good. Let's crack my roof vents open so I get a bit of ventilation while I'm in the shower. Okay, shower done. Let's close these vents. I think before I leave here I'm going to run back to the lookout up there and have another bit of a look. Oh, sunlight. It's been like 5 days. This is amazing. Alright, let's go. Yeah, still looking pretty cloudy, so maybe not. Oh, looks like someone might have bitten off more than they can chew. Good luck getting out of there. Yeah, it's not getting out of there in a hurry. That's why it pays to walk the track before you decide to go diving in. Just going to stop in here and offload my rubbish. A couple of garbage bins over there, so that will do. All these garbage bins, they put these little caps on them to stop you putting too much in there. So I kind of go and empty my garbage out every morning, so I don't have too much, otherwise I can't get it into the public bins. Another thing I'm going to do while I'm here too is freshen up my water. You can find these filtered water fountains now pretty much everywhere around Australia. There we go, another 5 litres of drinking water. We're going to head down to Wentworth Falls, down to the actual waterfall now, and see if we can see it for a start, because it's been covered in cloud for the last week. Alright, so I've come down to the Prince's Lookout, which I think is probably the best view of the falls. I think you can see what's going to happen here. I can hear the noise, but not seeing any water. Stood down there for about 15 minutes, but there's not a breath of wind, so the cloud's not going anywhere. I'll get back up to the van and maybe do a little bit of video editing this morning, just to knock over some of that. I got so much video footage. 10:30 now, so the sun's getting a little bit higher in the sky. Might get a bit of heat into this atmosphere and burn off some of the cloud. Just taking me an hour to download all the footage off the GoPro, so I'm going to throw some shoes on and go back out and have a look. It's 11:30 now. It's not looking promising though, it still looks like everything's just shrouded in cloud. Ah, there we go. Finally get a glimpse of it. As I suspected though, the water's sort of settled down, there's not as much coming over now. It's the same as it did 2 weeks ago. Damn, sunlight. Maybe just sit here all day. Bloody hell, this is so good. It's actually warm. Actually, I've just decided to go and check out a different waterfall. Minnehaha Falls at the back of Lura.
Onto Great Western Highway A32.
Okay then. Anyway, let's go have a look at these ones. So this is Minnehaha Falls Reserve. Apparently there's a bit of a walk down to the waterfall, so I'll go for a wander down there. However, it is now officially lunchtime. I think it's almost 1:45, so have some food first. Now I've got my last serve of chicken in oyster sauce that I cooked the other day, but I've run out of rice, so it looks like I'll cook up some rice. Oop, man, wrecked the place. Alright. So if you don't know, I don't have any gas in the van, it's all electric, so cooking off the induction hob. I've got a 2000 watt inverter that handles that quite nicely. Not that I use it anywhere near its max power. It's a 2400 watt cooktop, but I only need to go on about 1200 watts max. So it's got 2 settings, half setting, and that's what I always use it on. I like to be able to do stir fries and have everything all in the one pan, and give myself a bit of leftover. As you can see there, I think that's my 4th meal out of that one. Away we go. Let it do its thing. I'll take this opportunity of slightly better weather just to give the floor a clean. I haven't cleaned the floor in days, possibly weeks. Fortunately, when you've got such a small floor, it's very quick to do, and you can just use sort of wet wipes, and these disinfectant wipes really come in handy. Chuck these in the microwave. Yeah, this will be fun. Let's see how well this works. So first I have to turn off the fridge, because my inverter is marginal, it's only 2000 watts. Let's go a minute and a half. Hopefully it stays running. No. Next I'll have to turn off all the phone chargers and stuff. I swear this has gotten worse. It's just it overpowers the inverter. It's a 1,000 watt microwave, and I've got a 2,000 watt inverter. And of course, a 1,000 watt microwave, a 1,000 watt microwave consumes significantly more than that. I've measured it with a power meter, and it was pulling about 1,800 watts. But that should be enough on a 2,000 watt inverter. However, they have a very high startup current as well, by the looks of things. So muck about with this for a while. Eventually it sorts itself out and it works, but I think I'm going to have to get a different microwave. I'll get a inverter microwave, which are a bit more efficient. I thought it might have been low voltage. I thought maybe I didn't have big enough wires going down to the inverter, but I've measured the voltage drop, and it's like it goes down to 9.6 volts before it's supposed to trip out, and it's running 12 volts, so it should be okay. Pretty sure it's overpowering the inverter. Could this be it? 15 seconds in. No, I think we're good now. Bloody hell. What a drama. That was about 10 times. It's only about 250 bucks for an inverter microwave. I've got to save up a bit of cash and get one, I think. Probably shouldn't have bought that $450 subwoofer. Should have bought a new microwave, but hey, subwoofer's cool. Better be warm enough, because I don't want to put it back in. You'll be right, it will be warm enough. That's a real special treat. It's dry enough I can actually hang out the door and eat my lunch. Bloody hell. I've got blue sky. Mostly blue sky. Get all this washing up put away, and we can go for a walk into the waterfall. Looks like this park's a popular one with dog owners. Must be a off-leash area. People coming down and throwing balls for their dogs. Don't mind me, I'm not undressing. Just get my camera on my belt. Alright, let's go. Oh my goodness, here's the first hazard. Oh, it's not too bad, it does narrow down a bit. That's nice. See if we can do this without getting too wet. There, beautiful. Oh bloody hell, the path's even worse. Yeah. Alright, looks like people have made an alternate path. Oh my goodness. Well, this is a muddy one. I must say this is not the best path. You can hear heaps of cascading here all the way through the valley, and the level of the creek has just dropped down heaps. Like it's like a long way. Like, you saw where I stepped down and looked at it back there. Now it's down in that hole somewhere. There we go, first look at the falls. Bloody hell. That's actually a quite sizable waterfall. Bloody hell, everywhere I go is just so mind-blowingly beautiful. It's crazy. Oh, that's the spot, that's the viewpoint. This is crazy, I keep stopping to take shots of the falls, and then like 2 meters further down the trail there's an even better spot. I'm going in deep. There we go, nice staircase. That's a steep one. Wet shoes on a metal staircase, never a good plan. The sign says active rockfall area, avoid after heavy rain. Righto. This is quite spectacular. Ah, here we go. See if we can go across. Look at that. That is beautiful. from the waterfall. Bloody hell, we're high up quickly. There's the creek down there. There's so much to explore here. It's another one of these spots where I probably need water shoes and just go walking through the water. It's a little bit cold for that, so anyway, maybe a job for summer. So there's a bit of a T at the bottom of the first bunch of metal staircases, and this is the other way. So this goes further down the valley. What have we got over here? A big cliff, no doubt. Yes, this is nice. I think I have to go down there. Okay, let's go. There we go. Really beautiful spot. See where I'm standing here, all the undergrowth is pushed down. Obviously the water's been up quite high. I'd say when we had that big rain a few weeks back, this would have been very, very much underwater where I'm standing right now. Alright, let's begin the trudge back up. Of course, because of the GoPro effect, this doesn't look steep, but yeah, it's steep. There we go. Back home. Let's get moving. Fridge is locked, cupboards are locked. Alright, all good. So I'm sort of tossing up as to where to stay tonight. It kind of depends on what I'm going to do tomorrow, which I'm not sure. Tomorrow's a long way off. Don't usually plan that far ahead. Because I was going to go to Victoria Falls this afternoon. Kind of changed that plan. I'm happy I did because this was really awesome just here. But Victoria Falls are further up, so maybe I'll go stay at Blackheath again, and then I can go on to Victoria Falls in the morning, something like that. Just decided to put a bit of extra water in my water tanks. Little spot here at a sporting ground. Sporting grounds are always good places, and if you can see next to the door there, there's a tap. That'll do. Good. Away we go. I use a little line filter. Got caught by that once. I filled up from the tap and got a gut load of absolute rubbish in there. It was terrible. Basically just plug my hose into the back here. Got a couple of taps, one for each set of water tanks. So that's cold water tanks, that's hot water tanks. Those are the ones underneath. That one's inside, and that's the one that heats up. And away we go. You can hear the gurgling noises as the air's coming out of the vent lines there. Basically I just sit here and wait until they start to overflow. Obviously you don't want to let them overflow too much because that's putting mains pressure into your water tanks, which will blow them up. So you got to stay here and pay attention. As soon as the tone changes actually on the gurgling, you switch them off. I've actually got a lot of water on board. I've got 108 litres underneath, that's my cold water, and then an 84 litre tank for the hot water inside. So what's that, 196 litres all up. It'll usually last me probably 5-6 days. That's having showers every day. I could stretch it more than that. Hot water is usually my limiting factor, especially at the moment because I'm using pure hot water to shower in the mornings because it's so cold. You know, if I have a shower later in the day and I drive and warm the hot water up a bit more, then I can dilute it with cold and make it stretch a little bit further that way. But not a big drama when I'm near taps because I can just drop in and get some more. I've only gone 3 days so far. I could easily get another couple of days out of the hot water, probably, maybe 1, 2. But the less water I have in the tank, it cools down quicker overnight. So I'll just top it back up and then I'm guaranteed of a hot shower in the morning. Oh, there we go, cold water's starting to bubble over. There's actually 2 tanks down there, so it's sort of, they don't fill perfectly evenly. So what I usually do is sort of slow down the fill speed on the cold tank once it starts bubbling over. A little bit fiddly, but hey, you can tell one of them hasn't filled up properly when you get that gush of air come out. A little bit of water and then you hear the air come out. There we go. Hot starting to squirt out as well, so we're all done. Thought I'd better stop in and have a quick look since I'm driving past the lookout. Very different to what it's been like over the last 5 days. You can actually see things. You can see the 3 sisters there in the distance. In keeping with my theme of never sticking to a plan, I'm just heading down Narrow Neck Road now. It's a gravel road, but hey, when it's wet it's not dusty at least, so I'm going to head down here and have a bit of a scope out, see if there's somewhere to sleep, not sure. So I'm obviously not the first one that's had this idea. It's looking pretty beautiful tonight. Oh, there's a lot of potholes here. Shaking the van around. How's this for a spot here? Oh my goodness. Can I get away with this? Wow, that would be something to wake up to. Let's check this out. Yeah, it's pretty spectacular. The main problem I can see with this as a campsite is that there's houses up on top of the ridge there, and they'll see me. Once it gets dark they won't, because the blue van disappears at night, but right now they'll see me. Climbing up the steep bit now. And that's the end of the road. The rest of it's fire trail. This fire trail goes for miles. Looking at it on the map, I'd like to go for a bike ride out there. That's pretty spectacular. Not a bad way to finish the day. You feel the temperature dropping now, the clouds are starting to move in again. It's just a short walk down the track, have a bit of a look, but I think tomorrow I should probably ride this. It's a pretty good fire road, so it goes out for about, the sign up there says it goes 9.5 kilometres, 12.7 k's it was to Medlow Gap or something, I don't know what's out there, but looking at the map it just goes on forever actually. It goes a long way. I'm toying with the idea of staying right where I am here. There's actually one other little tiny van there. I thought it was just someone with a car, but when I looked at it I can see there's a mattress sitting in there, so they're obviously planning to sleep in the car. So guys, I've been down this track for no more than 10 minutes and the top of it's in clouds now. Where I've parked is in the clouds. Don't know how good this spot's going to be. 2 more people just rocked up. There's like a couple of 4-wheel drives pulled up, don't know what they're up to. I'll do myself a toasted sandwich for dinner, since I had a substantial lunch once again. So, interesting turn of events. I'm under a shroud of darkness at the moment, but if you can catch the little glimpses of light everywhere. There's like some school groups rocked up and they're all going on a night hike, so I'm moving out of here. Not the quiet, peaceful place I was hoping for. So this is one of the hazards of free camping. You quite often get situations like this where you pull up in a spot that looks pretty good and yeah, it turns out not to be quite as good. So I don't know what that mob's up to. It's 6 o'clock at night, they're all rocked up with backpacks, a whole bunch of kids and things. Now I've got the unenviable task of driving out here in the dark, and I'll tell you what, this is going to be interesting because it's not the dark, it's the fog, and it's a little bit of a challenge to see. So as I'm trying to drive out, there's about 3 other cars that have followed me down. So what I'm assuming now is that all these people are dropping the kids off, and then that's it, off they go. So I'm not going to go back to that same spot just in case they're coming back tonight to pick them all up, but there is a little spot along the way. That first place I stopped at, they had a really amazing view. I'm going to stop there, which is on the road, so if they do all come back I'm going to hear all the cars coming past, but at least I'll just drive past and that's that. Let's have a quick look and make sure I'm not parked on the edge of the cliff. We should be okay. Man, look how foggy it is. It's crazy. Climb back in the front. I'll leave my shoes on the floor again, as I always do, just in case I need to jump in the driver's seat and head off again. Oh dear. I think we'll be okay this time. I'll just stay here. Not totally sure I've solved any problems by moving, but anyway, perhaps I'll keep the camera next to the bed overnight, just in case there's anything exciting that happens. At least I've had my dinner and everything. I might have some ice cream. I haven't had ice cream yet. Well, it's been relatively quiet here since I moved. Obviously, there's been cars going back and forth. I'm on the same road, for goodness sake. Like, I was just down the end earlier, but now I'm just like a kilometre or so further down the road. So, yeah, there's been cars going up and down the hill, but no issues, just driving past, picking up all the kids, no doubt. Anyway, staying here for the night. Thanks. That'll do. It's pushing 10 o'clock now. I've spent a couple of hours editing videos, so that was reasonably productive tonight. Hopefully I'll get a new one up on YouTube in the next day or so. Anyway, so thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed following me around today, and it's certainly been another fantastic day, going to some sensational places, so loving it, absolutely loving it. Anyway, we'll catch you in the next video. See you later.